tuna, right?
Alright. So, now we get on to some homework.
The homework section.
Because I know you all love homework. But homework is important because it's how you put this into practice. So,
Say, the more you sweat or cry in the dojo, laugh on the battlefield, or yeah, they're all different versions of that. But yeah, the harder you work in the lab, the better you'll laugh in the battlefield.
All right. So first off, you go to RB Norway. This is kind of the go-to place to get frame data.
Not 100% correct, but if you build a solid knowledge of frame data, you'll be able to determine frame data for yourself.
All right. So look up your character in there. Look for you're looking for fast, safe moves.
Yeah, moves that have a startup time of 13 or less, or
I'd say 14
or less, and that on block give an advantage of -9 or less, technically more, because -8 is more than -9 mathematically, but -9 or less, because something that's -10 is punishable. So you want -9 or closer to neutral than -9.
Right.
And that move is probably a good poker.
All of lows, if they're lows, if they're fast, the negatives don't matter as much because they're not going to be able to react to the lows. They're going to have to guess it.
Yeah, and there's only one like safe low that I can think of right now that's not -11, more or less.
Let's say low.
Josie's down 4 is -10.
Oh,
yeah, down from -15. Pretty good, if you ask me. Yeah.
All right, that's why I couldn't punish it.
You cannot punish unless you play Lee. His wall standing 3/3 is 10.
Hit punches.
Yeah, you can dig punch. Crouching punch. It doesn't have the digs that we know of.
Okay. All right, so Action Solidist has a question about speaking of negative. Go ahead and ask your question. We'll keep on talking until we.
Yeah, I'll keep confusing you with more mathematical facts like -8 is more than is less negative than -9.
But so you went.
But in the Tekken universe, we'd say -10 is more negative than -9. It is more negative.
So Action Solidist asks, what point of negative is it a bad idea to try to move? That is a very great question,
and it's recently changed, so it's still up in the air for debate.
Right. So apparently, certain different characters have different sidestep speeds. So some sidestep faster than others. Some also backstep faster than others. So if your character sidesteps faster, you can't move it more negative than someone that doesn't.
Yeah, and also a character like Jack, he might have a really fast sidestep speed, but he's so damn big that it doesn't matter. So Jack, you hardly ever sidestep at all from negative, or you really only sidewalk for positioning with characters like Jack and Kuma and Gigas, because they're very unlikely to actually dodge an attack because their hitboxes are so big.
Yeah, but in general, you can move at -4 or better.
Yeah.
Some characters can move at -5.
Yeah, like I think this move is -5, and I think it'll actually hit like Jack. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so -4 or better, closer to neutral, you can sidestep jabs. But if they respond with a move that's linear or slower, like if you have that read, then you can definitely step that move, you know. But like Evan said, -4 or better, you're pretty safe.
Right. Picto Chat, yes, we will upload this to YouTube. It'll be on the Seattle Tekken channel.
On the YouTube, Seattle Tekken, just Google it. You can find last week's guide and watch that while you're waiting for this to go up.
Right. I'm going to try to split this one up into sections so it's not 2 hours long like the last one.
Yeah, I think this one's just going to be shorter anyway.
Yeah.
But also, follow this Twitch channel when you want to see more.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing this every Wednesday. Not sure about next Wednesday because that's
Wednesday.
right before Evo.
Oh yeah.
Heading there, I'll be packing. So, yeah. So, anyways, back to the homework section.
Yeah.
Go to RB Norway, look up your character's frame data. If you're looking for fast, 14 frame or faster, less.
Yeah.
Save move. Save move is -9 or better, closer to 0.
Yeah, closer to 0.
All right, Steve. See you tomorrow. Except for if they're low, then as long as they're fast, go ahead and use them because if it's a punishable low, you can still use it to open up your opponent. It'll be useful.
Yeah, if your opponent is ducking so much they're blocking all your down 4s, like just do mids and kill them. You know, like if they're ducking that much, they shouldn't be that hard to beat.
Right. So after you found those moves, try them out in practice mode. Get a feel for them. Find out the ranges, whether or not they crush, whether or not they have any basic properties.
Exactly. Like if you just look at the frame data, not down back 3, down back 4 might seem like better completely on paper, but then you'd see, oh, look at the range on this bad boy though. Clearly there's a difference there that's not displayed on RB Norway because they can't tell you everything.
Right, and that's one of the Harada's main reasons for not putting frame data into the game, is that there are a lot of properties about the moves that aren't conveyed in frame data.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a debate for another.
It's still a bad reason, but it is a reason.
Yeah. So after you've tried those out in practice mode to get a feel for them, then look for some slower moves, like maybe up to 18 frames. But they might have like longer ranges or other properties that you can use them at high crush. If they're mid or high and safe, then you'll want to take a look at those. If they're low, look for if they have any properties that your faster ones don't have.
Yeah, like you would use a poke to give yourself the frame advantage to use a bigger move and have it be safe and uninterruptible because of your frame advantage. So that's like basically what another benefit of poking is. If my opponent thinks I'm going to do it down 4, right, I hit her with a mid, she's extremely negative. If she pushes any button, right, this launcher will hit her. So then you condition her to block, and you can start doing the really slow, smashy type moves.
Right, you want to play out what that would kind of look like? You do those in mid.
Yeah, sure.
So you do a low, I'm thinking a low. Yeah. So something like that if I guessed wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But Hi Mr. Henry asks, do you lose low pokes to hit backdashes?
Do you use low pokes to hit backdashes? Depends. It just depends on the range. This move would hit people backdashing for eternity, But this move maybe not so much. So if I think my opponent's going to backdash, I'm probably just going to run up and do a big fat low, because if they're backdashing this low, you can kind of see, but you can either dash up to them and do it because you know they're going to backdash, but this increases your risk, or you just do a quick down 3 and hit them from forever away.
Right.
But I mean, backdashing generally isn't going to get you out of low pokes unless they're exceptionally short range pokes.
Right. So I mean, it depends on the poke.
It depends on.
That's why you go into practice mode and take a look at their properties. Like Nina's got her Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, yeah.
Which doesn't actually hit backdashes very well.
Well, if they're Korean back then, I got an advantage over you, and I'm not good at this. So, yeah, I can understand that you're not kidding. But if you're new and you just do a single backdash, the Sub-Zero slide will catch you all day long.
Right.
Same thing with this newer Dragunov move. You're never going to get away from this move by backdash.
Yeah. So after you found your slower moves, try to see if they have any interesting properties, whether or not they
counter hit, crumple.
Yeah, counter hit launch, whether or not they track better, or have more pain, or crush things.
Or like your power crush move,
Oh yeah, that's one of the other things we talked about in dealing with folks.
Oh yeah, and dealing with pressure, power crush, except the really tight pokes will actually stop these before they activate.
Jabs will stop. Capital dash. So jab, jab. But if I do down forward 1 twice, he'll hit me. Oh, maybe not. Alright, yeah, so yeah, you can use back power crushes to deal with some situations. Just another option. But be aware that they lose to Lowe's throws and jabs and down forward.
That's an interesting thing about this. You cannot break throws during the power crush of this move.
Not at all?
No.
Sure.
I'm positive. Try it.
Alright, I'll jab and throw.
Oh, you'll jab and throw.
Oh, wow.
Hang on, I gotta buffer this one +2. See, I think that's too fast. Like, if the armor frames hadn't actually started. But once the actual power armor starts, like, you can't break it. But, like, jab and do a Guan bomb. Oh, of course it's just gonna
I'll do down forward. I'll do down forward 1, down forward 1. Down forward 4, down forward 1. Then you do your power crush. Wait,
You're supposed to be throwing me.
Yeah, down forward 4 into throw.
But yeah.
That was then the action.
Oops. Oh, that's too good.
Doesn't matter. Alright. Yeah, so alright. You can't break throws when power crushing.
Yep.
Yeah, so after that side note, after you found all your pokes, both your fast ones that you can use for stuffing opponents and pestering them, and the slower ones for more utility, go to Treasure Battle and fight the computer just using the pokes.
Yeah, no combos.
Yeah, no combos, no launchers.
Also, if you got a roommate that sucks at Tekken and but wants to play, only poke against them. You know what I mean? Don't do your flashy combos and destroy them. Just beat them with pokes.
Yeah, that's another option. But that way you get a feel for how those pokes actually feel in an actual fight. Even though CPU battle is not the best thing, but it's something that you can feel.
It will just decide to block all your lows at some point. There's nothing you can do about it. The little brothers are for.
But you need to get a feel for how those pokes actually work in an actual. So, Picto Chat, thanks for the follow.
Thanks for following, man. Appreciate it.
We do.
Thanks for having a legible name too. Oh, you also appreciate it.
It's Picto Chat _.
Blush him. Can we forcibly unfollow him like Twitter? You can't follow me.
Yeah. So that's your homework. Find your pokes. Fast pokes that you can use for stuffing out opponents, slower pokes for utility, and then practice them in some form that is low pressure. You don't do this in online range because you're going to want to fall back into your own stuff.
You're going to want to win. Don't do it in a situation where honor is on the line, because you'll immediately fall back to whatever it is you do.
Alright, so we're getting around to our closing thoughts. So now is the time to get any questions you have.
Sneak them in.
So we're down to the closing thoughts. Get your questions in. Alright, so Action Solidus asks, Honor? Yeah, how did you play For Honor?
Yeah, For Honor, man. This is about.
Alright.